I was mentally checked out of that situation. I was like, if he goes ahead and does this, then that's like it, you know? Because I mean, at that point, this is a person who's unsalvageable. This is a person you can't help. And it's difficult to explain to an audience of people who are unaware of the context that the Josh that is here right now is literally not that same guy. He is unhinged.
Me and Toastify were actually playing Bowblax games together. Me and him were playing Bowblax games.
This is what I'm saying. The more you learn about this, the more you learn, like, oh, he's not a manipulative mastermind. He's retarded. He's just crazy, mentally ill, lashing out and doing really concerning shit.
Hey, Nicholas, what's up?
Yeah, I gave Queeman additional context last night, but I figured I would give it to you too. Like,
Okay,
so
cheers.
this was coming. This did not come as a surprise. Well, it came as a surprise how fast it happened, but I consulted with the boys back at the lab, and we were aware this was going to occur. So, Josh got into a verbal altercation with Toastify because Lyrics and Toastify did general commentary coverage, right? And he leaked this call initially. I think it was to Smaggle. I'm pretty sure it was to Smaggle. So at that point, it's public information. Realistically, it probably could have just been leaked right there, but it wasn't. And then Josh was talking to a bunch of people in our Hangout server or whatever. I think a few people were in there. I think like Xylee and them were in there, and he was watching over the conversation with Toastify and Lyrics. After Toastify and him had finished arguing, and he was like making a case for himself as to like why the coverage was bad and stuff. I wasn't present for this call, so I can't really give you a ton of details about it. It's just been kind of regurgitated to me. But what I was told was that he was discussing this leaked call that he'd already handed off, that we already had, because he leaked it to Smaggle, and he was discussing it with this new group of people about how he was going to leak it and how it made him look really good. And all of them told him this was a terrible idea. So he went off for the night saying, good, all right, this was good advice. Okay, I won't leak wonderful. It. And then he immediately started firing off on Twitter about how he was going to, he's talking more shit on Twitter. And then I think Xylee reached out to him and said, hey, this is the exact opposite of what you just said 30 seconds ago. So what the fuck is going on? And he kicked her off his private Twitter. So he just went completely rogue. At this point, I'd already heard the call because I was listening to it while they were talking, and I wanted to hear what happened. And we'd realized that Josh sounds terrible in it, like for the duration. This is 50 minutes of Josh sounding like a manipulative little bitch, feeling bad for himself, and then crying about it. Not literally, but you hear some voice cracks here and there. And I was like, okay, so we probably should let Lyrics know this is happening, just so we're all, on the same page. But we shouldn't do anything about this because it makes more sense if we kind of wait and see if Josh sells himself down the river here. I want to see what Josh is going to do because everyone's telling him this is a bad idea. You shouldn't do this. Keep in mind, those people hadn't even heard the call, right? They're telling him it's a bad idea. And Josh is denying people trying to help him. Right? So if he goes ahead and does this and destroys his own career, it's his own fault. So let's see what Josh does. And Lyrics is like, oh God, I want to cover this. I want to talk about this. And I just said, just give it a week. Give it a week. If he doesn't, you can leak it or whatever. And it was 4 hours. 4 hours it was up. He dumped it on the internet. So by that point, I was mentally checked out of that situation. I was like, if he goes ahead and does this, then that's like it, Because, I mean, at that point, this is a person who's unsalvageable. This is a person you can't help. He will not accept it.
Okay, so I think, I and a lot of others would ask, why is it this that's the tipping point, not some of the other things that he's done that you've had problems with?
So I think, in general, a lot of people are trying to point a lot of, hey, look, he was really weird 4 years ago. Hey, look, he was pretty quirky still for the last 2 years. I maintain the argument, and it's difficult to explain to an audience of people who are unaware of the context, that the Josh that is here right now is literally not that same guy. He is unhinged. Josh, for the last 2 months, has been completely unhinged, an unreliable narrator. He's done stuff I've never seen him do before. If take the worst characteristics of Josh from the last 4 years, and they're full throttle driving down the freeway. The accelerator is stuck down. There is literally nothing to salvage. The guy's a husk. I don't even recognize the dude. So, again, I had negative interactions that give me these perspectives, so I don't necessarily understand the audience. I don't expect the audience to just take that as fact. But again, when he talks about not sharing deeply personal stuff in there, I'm scoffing at that because I know way too much about Josh's life. You know, way too much unprompted shit about Josh's life. So I don't know. He is just completely gone. I don't even know that guy.
Damn. I mean, have you spoken to him directly about this at all?
We spoke fairly recently. We actually spoke after your stream, and I was under a certain. I can't really get into the details, but I had something he said in that conversation kind of like activated my brain and went, "Oh, okay, so this guy's been lying for me for 3 months," and then I kind of just separated. That was where because I talked to him, and again, I mentioned this to him, and I didn't mention this to you back then because I was protecting him on your stream. But this whole like debate over whether King of Nothing is manipulative or something. I'm sorry, Josh is manipulative for this King of Nothing stuff. He's selling you this whole story publicly about how he's like, it's just a joke. I'm just making a joke, man. King of Nothing knows I leak all Nick's stuff to him, and Nick leaks all. I tell King of Nothing everything Nick says, and he said all this stuff, but privately he was telling me he hoped King of Nothing stabbed him in the back, and he wanted to run a month of bully streams on him. So I get why people are mad at me because it sounds like a really petty drama, but I mean the guy is sending me crazy mixed signals here, and he always does this. So it's like.
Right, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't bury him on your stream, and I think he genuinely forgot he said that to me. But like, it's just sounds crazy.
he was being snaky in terms
he was
of like
being snaky. And the thing is, like, everyone talks privately. I'm not gonna say that like every single thing that has ever told to me I've handled perfectly or something. But that's like what I wear on my sleeve. Josh is desperately afraid for you to think he's not manipulative in any capacity, and that's the most manipulative part. Because like everyone gossips, we're drama channels, you know. We're Costco drama channels, dude. Of course we got to do the drama bacon, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is like, I mean, obviously we had the cherry incident, right? You and I, but
yeah,
it's like I would not take something you bring to me. You know, like I've alluded to stuff to DK about stuff that maybe is coming up, so he's aware on a very private basis. But I would never take what you tell me and like go and tell a bunch of people about it, right? Like that's insane.
yeah.
It's like totally unreasonable.
There's a certain nature of this content that I don't think the average normie gets, and it's like the most trustworthy person is the most predictable, not like, you know what I mean? Like the most trustworthy person in this sector is the person that you could guess how they're going to like take that information and what they're going to do with it. It's sad, but like it's just part of the nature of news in this sector. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm not feeling good about Tommy getting another one. That's all I'll say. Tommy got another one today.
Well, okay. Here's the other. Smaggle also said he's got something to add, but no other people. Okay, not that. Well, look what happened last time, Smaggle. You can come on, but
I want to send you one thing. Before we get Smaggle, can you click the link I sent you by Sensory Stories?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Because Bowblax went crazy on July 15th. Are you familiar with July 15th is in YouTube drama?
No, what's that?
That was going to be the event of FouseyTube's convention that he was doing. Like July 15th is going to change the world. So like I think the monster that eats FouseyTube's brain took over Josh on the anniversary of the convention. But he sent me this one time, and I just want to point this out to you because I just think it's interesting in hindsight. It's obviously not a DM from him directly, but he sent me this and he wanted me to explain like this is why people think he's manipulative, and it's his literal debate playbook 1 for 5. Every single one of these things. It's literally his debate playbook. It ruins the entire immersion, but yeah.
Okay, I'll just read it for everyone. So why I think autistic people are often accused of being manipulative in 5 steps. 1, autistic person and another person have a misunderstanding. 2, other person accuses autistic person of something based on their perception of the situation. 3, Autistic person feels the need to defend and explain themselves, so they do their best to get OP to see their side. 4. OP slips into an ever so slight understanding of autistic person's view of things, but doesn't want to accept that their own version might not be the full story, so they get themselves to snap out of it and double down on their accusations. 5. OP decides that it must be the autistic person making up a story to manipulate them because it almost worked, but they were smart enough to figure it out before actually being manipulated.
So like everyone else is bad faith, and Josh is a victim of circumstance, and this is what he's. This is it. Like he'll fight with the entire internet, but it's because he's autistic and right that everyone doesn't want to admit that they're wrong.
I mean, even if we accepted this as factual, it doesn't matter. Like, people are not going to be concessionary to him because he's autistic, and it's like, oh, I need to be more considerate of that. Like, that's his problem to manage. You know, that's his thing that he
Well,
needs to manage.
I said straight up to him, saying like, hey, dude, if you think that every single person is reading your tweet incorrectly, have you ever stopped to consider that maybe your tweet was worded poorly? He's like, yeah, I know. It's like, but the whole internet is getting this wrong because I guess they all have like a bone to pick with you, and they're all like giving a malicious reading, or maybe you just write like an idiot sometimes and throw everything on Twitter. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not tweet, man? Yeah. If you got the gene, yeah.
Also, how do we like? He recorded this call. You know, there seems to go beyond just the disagreement about the interpretation of his actions. Like, he, you know, recorded a call and then intended to release it publicly for no good reason, right?
It's not even no good reason. He has no idea why people are mad, and he thinks this call makes him look good. He is in a fugue state. This guy is delusional. This guy is like Walter White naked in the fucking grocery store. I don't know what is happening right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it is very inconceivable. I'll be honest, mate. Right? I wish you'd have said this on the call. I know you're trying to protect your friend. But, you know, I was trying to be fair, and it turns out you were sat there knowing that he was being a little fucking snake.
Well, I think Queeman was doing a perfectly fine job of holding him to account.
Okay. I mean, sure, you know, but I don't know. It's like...
Again, there are factors at play here that I don't really think are... The thing is, I'm going to get... If I say anything else further, J-Stock's going to be in my DMs being like, you're trying to assassinate this guy in cold blood. Because he keeps texting me that. Every time I say anything, he's like, you're trying to kill him. Every single time. I'm trying to manage this as best I can because Josh is like completely unhinged. And I'm like, I don't really know how to navigate this properly. And I know way too much shit privately that's not public. And if any of that leaks, it's going to be my problem, and I don't want to deal with that. Look, I said at the beginning of the year, dude, with Edwin, because Edwin was like begging to do another fucking conversation with me because the first one didn't go well, and I gave him the first I literally said, Edwin, you're like a complete fucking wonderful burden on me. I really said that to him, and it was a fucked up thing to say, and I don't care, because then I spent the next 9 consecutive months posting content to YouTube like I wanted to be doing. And yeah, you want to talk about anchors? Yeah, I have a lot of fucking anchors, all right? I don't want to deal with it. And I don't want to be like put in the position where I have to like I have to do a fucking fireside chat every single year for the last 4 years to tell somebody that they're too gay to hang out with us on Discord anymore. And I'm just fucking tired of it. You know, I had to do this with John. I had to do this with Flamenco. I had to do this with fucking Edwin. Annually, someone blows themselves up and everyone's like, Nick, can you please send them to pasture? It's like, why? Just for once, can you guys do it? Do I have to do this every single year?
Right, I see. Okay. So yeah, your frustration is born out of the fact that it feels like it's always you that has to deal with these situations, and you just didn't want to have to, you know, like of Mice and Men, you didn't want to have to pull the trigger on Lenny looking at the rabbits for the 5th time.
I'm making content now. I don't give a fuck about any of it. Like, it's funny to me. Like, obviously I'm engaging with it, but like, I don't know. I'm not trying to micromanage a community, bro. This commentary community's been dead for a year. Dude, people are like, oh, the Goon Squad's breaking up. Who's the Goon Squad? It's me. Dude, Tom's doing other shit now. Tipster's fucking gone. He's like been blown out of the fucking room. Augie's not streaming. Josh is crazy. John Swan's gone. Okay, there is no Goon Squad. It's just fucking me. There's no community. The community's been dead for a year. We're just in the commentary community now. You know?
Do you feel like Kanye?
Like No, I'm saying like we're just assimilated into like larger commentary. There's no small sector. That died a year ago, bro. That died when Augie stopped streaming. And we're still feeling the fucking repercussions of all the retards he hoarded around.
So
Right,
so as much as people go at you for the sweeping and you know protecting these people, do you feel that Augie should bear some responsibility for this as well?
Yes.
Tell me
because
more
he
about
brought on
that.
former Killstream co-hosts, okay, and fucking made them into little house pets. All right. Every single weird freak that has come out of this community in the past 5 years was part of Augie's gay little rat pack, okay? And now, only when all of them have been finally purged, watch, this guy's gonna come back and bring on 15 more retards that we're gonna have to deal with for the next fucking year. Now, watch, now after all of this, he's gonna come back. Just wait for it. Just wait. Oh god. I don't know. I think it's funny. I do. It's just yeah, I don't know. It's kind of depressing, like when there's some sort of weird lol cow gene that keeps taking over your friends and killing them every year. You know?
Yeah, I mean, what would you say is like the key things to avoid? I'm going to take some notes. What are the key things to avoid?
I don't think you can. I don't think. What can you tell? That's the thing is, what are the key things to avoid? Can we make a tip list so we can hand it to Josh so he can help himself? No, because he's not going to listen to anything we have to say. Because he doesn't listen to anything we have to say. So it's like there is no key list. Avoid people who aren't focused on making money because those people have something to lose.
Avoid people
All
who
the
aren't
love of the
racing.
game guys are going to implode. All right? Stay around all the people who are focused on making a living wage. Those people are sick. Those people are not sitting on Discord 24 hours a day planning some weird gay op or having a mental breakdown.
I see what you mean. Right. So people that get too invested in the idea that they're doing something beyond making money means that they're going to be plotting and doing gay shit behind the scenes generally.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
If they have a paycheck that comes every month, okay, and they're trying to better themselves, better their career, they don't have time to be retarded.
Yeah, I mean, getting wrapped up in Discord shit is a waste of time. I've learned the hard way that you're best off just ignoring 99% of the shit that happens on Discord.
I was talking to Tommy about it yesterday. He goes, you know, I wasn't really keen on your perspective at first because obviously it just sounds like hang out with a bunch of sellouts, right? But no, thinking about it, sitting down going like, hey, dude, just like if you're associating with people who are currently making money and trying to make money and trying to push themselves in their career in a positive direction, then those people are probably more mentally stable, realistically. On a 9 out of 10 basis, that person doesn't have time to do any of this Bowblax shit.
Yeah, sure. I guess what else is that? I mean, I think, you know, this blowing up on stuff. I mean, I don't know if you agree with this or not, but to me, people are talking about 4-year-old drama and criticizing him for it. He either needs to just say, yeah, I fucked up and that's it, or just ignore it, because people probably won't be talking about this in a week, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, we're YouTube drama channels. It's only 4-year drama if you don't like it. But if it's, I mean, we're perfectly fine with digging in 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old drama if it makes our videos better. So.
Yeah, no, exactly.
What is 4-year drama? If you're trying to establish a pattern of behavior, why not? If it's bad, sure, people will tell you it's bad, but who cares if it's 4 years old?
Yeah, no, it seems like, yeah, I mean, maybe it's not exactly the same, but hasn't Bowblax looked at old Tipster stuff before as part of his bully streams, I would have thought.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But then the other day, I guess you're maybe being defensive of Bowblax, but, you know, Bowblax was saying he doesn't mind people covering his stuff.
Like, that's just not true.
Right, yeah.
No, because this whole lyrics thing is just because they slighted him on a live stream. Bowblax is one of the most vindictive people I've ever seen in my entire life. He's held a grudge against Tommy for 6 consecutive years because they had a disagreement over. I don't even remember why he hates him. But again, he told me with the King of Nothing stuff. He said, like, I just can't wait to run a fucking month of streams on the guy. So the guy will lock in and have, like, a fixation on you. I think that another good example is Destiny and his position on Destiny. Because part of the reason that this whole thing happened is because Bowblax basically he pushed a tweet where they were accusing Destiny of being a pedophile. And
the little trikes thing, yeah?
Yeah, there's like a really good post on Destiny subreddit going through it where he obviously apologized. I have to include that part. But like the little trikes person is Courtney. Do you know Courtney?
Yeah, I think I've spoken to Courtney before.
It's not important that you know Courtney or chat knows Courtney, but Bowblax knows Courtney. We know Courtney. We defended her last year against Michael Alberto. This is like a person that we know. So I can understand a random person lying and pushing this tweet to call Destiny a pedophile. Maybe they don't understand the context. I think that's probably slim to none too. But you don't have that luxury. You know these people, both of them. So
what about
I
this
call
claim that it was just a joke, though?
It wasn't a joke. It was not a joke. I'm sorry, it wasn't. And you can take my word for it or not, but to be honest, I don't think I have to really sell that super hard.
Okay. But what about this claim that
I do not feel at all nervous about saying that wasn't a joke. And he apologized for it publicly, so I don't think he...
Well, what about this claim, though, that all of this can be explained by, and you seem to kind of, push this as well somewhat, this idea that he's having this mental breakdown?
I'll tell you, I sat down last night, not to call anybody out specifically, and I took Tommy through it. And Tommy doesn't hate Josh, but Tommy is very skeptical, right? And maybe this will be something that chat can understand, because I obviously can't provide this information. I'm still the bad guy if I dump my DMs and kill Bowblax live on stream. But I took Tommy through it because I wanted his opinion on it, because he's obviously skeptical of all this stuff, and his take coming away from this is that, like, he thinks Josh is completely, like, everything I'm saying, completely gone, totally mentally ill, like, potential flight risk. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I just, I guess that for a lot of people, it's probably just going to be like, well, why didn't you say anything sooner or do anything sooner? Like, why is it only now? Like,
I think that if and when this is discussed publicly, I'm not really afraid that people, again, once Josh started talking on your stream, I shit you not, somebody who I hadn't given any details to messaged me privately saying, oh, I get it now. Like, once he started talking about, like, potential family abuse or something, people who I was having this discussion with but not giving any firm details to, because I was trying to figure out how to handle this best, were already starting to reach out to apologize to me. I don't think that's necessary. I don't know if this stuff's ever gonna come out, but that's why I don't like to talk about it. That's why I'm not going to talk about it on my stream, probably, because it just sounds like I'm giving a teaser for something that's never coming. But the reality of the situation is, I am pretty fucking sure that anything I say, I think I'm doing the right thing based off of the information that's here. And it's really difficult to kind of convey that without just providing it to people. And I can live with the fact that some people won't agree with me.
Okay. Greenman is saying that he won. Would you agree with that characterization?
I think that reacting to Queeman as Josh was an instant W. I think that everything else is more. Again, you're correct. He did not have to deal with any of this. He didn't have to engage with this. He didn't have to blow up his career and look crazy.
Yeah, like, obviously I'm me and Queeman on good terms, but you can just ignore him at Bowblax's size. All of this could have been ignored. Even Lyrics calling him manipulative. There's no reason to respond to any of it. From what I can see. What downside is there to just literally ignoring it all?
I don't think Josh is in a good state of mind. I think he's completely delusional.
So
I don't think he has any idea where
about it.
Yeah, and I also don't think that's an excuse. And I think he's dangerous.
He's dangerous. Wait, this is
not like murdering people dangerous, but like, yeah, I think he's dangerous. I think he's completely unhinged. I think he's going to do a bunch of crazy, reckless shit in the next couple of weeks. I think he's already doing it to himself. Yeah, I think this guy's completely. I think he lost it.
Okay, but what exactly do you have an idea of what he might do?
I think he's just going to go completely scorched earth. Is what I mean. Like he's doing tonight. I think he's going to go completely scorched earth.
Yeah, but then some would argue that Lyrics has got some controversies in his past that is, fair game to bring up. No?
Sure, but if he comes out and goes, yeah, guys, I'm doing a bully stream because Lyrics is a pedophile, it's obvious to every single person watching that this was not the initial plan, and he's made a violent pivot because he knows that what he was doing was retarded. And it's basically a Lyrics W, because at that point, it's obvious that he's done a post hoc rationalization here and tried to like pivot out of the way and still look like a Giga Chad instead of just saying sorry and just walking off.
Well, the problem for me is it makes him seem like a very vindictive and petty person by doing that. And on top of that, why
Well, he
did you
can't
not...
help it. He is.
But then it's like, okay, so you think this? Why did you have a nice conversation with him if you genuinely think he's that? Like, there's no way.
Because I think he's because I don't think he was. I think he is. I think that after, because again, I'm just to put this in context, I had a very similar, longer, more thorough, much worse interaction with Josh the same night that Alex Gekmo did. Just for context here, this is not like out of the blue. This is not anywhere. This is like 400 uninterrupted messages. Okay, I literally had this interaction with him. I've had interactions with him since. I thought he was doing things to better himself. I recently found out he wasn't. That changed my perspective. Does that make it a bit more clear? I was under the assumption that he was doing things actively that I am now completely off board with. I've completely been misled. So, yeah.
Right, so you thought that Bowblax, based on your conversation, was not going to take the actions that we're now seeing, and he was going to do something else.
I thought he was like taking full lifestyle changes to fixing a situation that he was in, and it became very clear to me that that is not true, and I was lied to. And it now, the thing is, like, that was what I was using in my head to excuse that interaction, and that interaction is now no longer excused because he lied to me for 2 months about it. Okay. So now I don't. Now that's why I deem him an unreliable narrator, if that makes more sense.
Sure. Okay. And there's still, obviously, I'm not going to push on this if you're trying to keep it private, but there's details that obviously you're not wanting to reveal still out of a respect.
No, because it's like, no, because everything that's happened right now is like a tropical storm. Okay, we have like, yeah, it's none of this stuff matters in my opinion, but in comparison, yeah.
Okay, right. Smaggle wants in for some reason. Let's see what this artist wants to add to the flavor. Smaggle, Smaggle, Smaggle. Hello, mate.
What's up, everyone?
It's Smaggle Daggle. Sorry, that's your catchphrase. You didn't say it.
Exactly, yeah. I'm outside right now. I got new glasses, so sorry for the noise if you can hear it. Basically, I just wanted to call in just to give, like, my perspective, because obviously Bowblax was the one who gave me the call first. It was very weird, like, he was...
Oh, just to be clear, we're talking about the leak call with Lyrics that Smaggle was the first recipient of the call. Yeah.
Wait a second, hang on. Listen, Smaggle, you know I love you, mate, okay? But why the fuck was it sent to you?
That's something we just completely overlooked during this whole process.
Look, to be more serious with you, you're associated with Lyrics somewhat, so that seems like the worst person to send it to.
Yeah, but I'm also friends with Bowblax, and it's a conflict of interest. Yeah, sure, but I'll just explain it because.
Anyways, now that you're on chudlogic stream to expose him, can you please?
Yeah. So me and Toastify were actually playing Bowblax games together. Me and him were playing Bowblax games in a Discord that Bowblax frequented, and for some reason, I'm not sure why. Fucking price ambulance, fuck off! Holy shit! Okay, for some reason, the fucking... God fucking damn it! Jesus, okay. So, for some reason, Bowblax decided to join in the server, and, he basically, Toastify basically confronted Bowblax. I'm not sure why, because, Bowblax in the call said he never saw Toastify's van on Lyrics' stream. So it was just Bowblax and him had like an hour-long talk, and during the middle of it, Bowblax basically boasted that he had this call and that Lyrics was a manipulative liar and all of that. And I said like, oh, that seems like a fun call. Could I have it? And he sent it to me. So I was like, what the fuck? And I got in a call with a few people.
Like, he's not well. Like, he's obviously not well.
Yeah.
This is not like a way a normal person would engage with this. Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, I got in a call with a few people. We watched it. My opinion was that Lyrics didn't do anything wrong. He looks normal in this call. He was being a good friend. But I also was like,
you're leaving one thing out. You're leaving one thing out. He told everyone that Lyrics was mean to him, so he was recording to fucking defend himself. But when he gave us the call, that I don't think he was planning on giving us this quickly, he forgot that it included the part where he was ringing.
Yeah. Yep.
So he just straight up lied, meaning that he started recording before they even started talking. Yeah, so he just completely lied to us again.
Yeah, because I heard that, but I thought maybe I had a different copy of the call, but no, so...
No, that was he just handed us the call where the phone was ringing. It's just like, this is so crazy, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
But also, like, just like, this whole thing is... it's so stupid. It's so fucking dumb. I'm trying to think of what I was just gonna say, but fuck.
Well, listen, let me throw something at you then, because my understanding that so I think that maybe there's an argument that Lyrics is being two-faced because of things that he said on his stream. Obviously, I'm sure Lyrics has talked some shit and stuff, but my understanding is that Lyrics has said on his stream about the call, he's characterized it fairly and said, yes, I did speak to him and I gave him some friendly advice, which seems correct. I mean, is there any other point where Lyrics has lied or mischaracterized the call, do you think?
No, I don't believe so. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. So, yeah, I don't believe Lyrics lied or was mischaracterized, but as someone who, as I said before, I like the content, I follow where the content goes, and I make the content happen. I wanted this live stream. I wanted this fully Lyrics live stream to happen, so I did gas up Bowblax in DMs. I told him that this was a good idea, that he had something, that I think he should send it off and make something happen. I was told in the the Toastified Bowblax call, I was told that he was going to be doing this in a stream in 2025. It wasn't going to be in like a few days or a few weeks.
Yeah, we were expecting it to be like
year.
But wait, but when I talked to Xylee and them, they're like, yeah, no, he told us he's not dropping it. Problem averted. And I'm like, yeah, but he just sent it to Toastify 30 seconds ago. So I think that you probably didn't get through to him.
What? Why did he send it to Toastify when Toastify has been on stream with Lyrics? Like,
this was after they got into a huge debate too in private. No, dude, this is what I'm saying. The more you learn about this, the more you learn, like, oh, he's not a manipulative mastermind. He's retarded. He's just crazy, mentally ill, lashing out and doing really fucking concerning shit. And then you start to feel bad for him the more you learn about it. Smaggle can attest to that as well.
I can attest, like, there's some funny stuff, private stuff.
It gets sad after it gets funny. It gets really sad after it gets really funny.
Fucking sad. I feel genuinely awful for Bowblax, and I'm not even memeing. I feel something for him, dude.
And we're trying to talk to an audience here that has no fucking concept of what's happening, so it's a little frustrating to try to navigate around it when like 98% of this shit is private. And it would be entirely my fault. Like, not my fault, but like I would get shit if it was public. So there's no incentive for me to leak it.
Exactly. Yep. But
this is all personal shit about Josh.
Yeah. I mean, I was under the impression that this was gonna be like a few weeks time at least. Like I didn't expect that he was gonna drop, because honestly, I was eating dinner and then taking out the fucking trash. And then when I come back from the trash, I see that Bowblax tweeted out the link. And I didn't know what the fuck to do.
Wait, hang on a sec. I thought that he'd accidentally leaked it by sharing a DM.
Yeah, he did.
The DM, but it was like the only thing. There was like two things on the screen, and one of them was the link.
Exactly. He was supposed to just send like the Toastify thing. He wasn't supposed to send the link, but that's basically what he told me.
So you don't think that was an accident then? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think it was. I think it was an accident. Just, I thought his wedding was just so bad. I guess it's just, I don't know.
Ripping the Band-Aid off, dude. I think he was. I think he posted, because again, he has no. Smaggle, can you test this? He has no idea why people are even mad. He has
Yes,
no clue.
I can. I had a
He's
call with him last
fully
night.
delusional.
He doesn't understand why people are mad at him. Even still. And also, in that call, there were a couple of other things that happened that I think I can talk about. One of the things is that when he sent me and Toastify the call, he was fully ready to burn the lyrics bridge. He was done because he thinks he's a two-faced, manipulative liar. But when
And by the way, he thinks the word manipulative is like calling him the N-word. Just to be clear, he uses that. Like, he does not like that word. Just to be clear.
Yeah, but he didn't understand why Toastify bent the bridge with him, even though he leaked his DM, and he was always going to leak his DM. So
this is just such an insane, and this all off the back of this very limited thing of Lyrics
He
reviewing
had a
some
mental
old drama.
breakdown on July 15th. That is what. That is the start of this.
Right,
On July
okay,
15th,
okay.
Josh had a mental breakdown.
I mean, you know, I've seen some people already claiming though that you're coping, and this is what he's always been like. How would you respond to that?
Well, then, honestly, God is on my side. I hope Josh gives me incentive to release these DMs, because that guy's jaw is gonna hit the floor. It's gonna go through the crust of the earth, and it's gonna come out in fucking Venus. Okay, because that guy is wrong.
Are you threatening Bowblax, Nicholas?
No, I'm not threatening Bowblax. I'm actively requesting that he stand down.
Okay. The problem is though,
Smaggle,
can you paraphrase why Josh is afraid of what I have?
honestly, I can't. It's just it's like
There's no positive way to spin it.
I think it's the Bowblax. That's what I'm gonna title it as. It's the Bowblax of nukes, you know. And
but like he said something to you, I thought, specifically.
Let me go back. I don't
unprompted. I thought in the conversation last night he mentioned to you something about like he really hopes that Nick doesn't leak.
Oh yeah, no. Nick is he mentioned that he was very worried. Well, he was worried because if Nick did leak something, it wasn't gonna be good for him. Basically, that's what I can say. I don't think he mentioned anything about something, but yeah, it felt like that.
So Nicholas is any sort of like a bully. Well, let's just say we're not going to be seeing any Nicholas DeOrio bully streams. I don't think. Is that correct?
That would be a potentially game-ending decision, I think. I would be more than shocked. But again, I don't really care about that. If he wants to, feel free. It'll be funny. But my stance on this whole thing is like, I think that Josh is done, and I think most people saw Josh is done last night when he went forward with posting that call. Because I mean, I think he spoke to a ton of people before he went and did it, and all of them told him it was a bad idea. I don't think that any of that is necessary. I think that this is probably a good offboarding point from here, and we should. I think that the situation as it stands is currently resolved.
Well, there's still the lyrics bully stream, which
I know. I don't think that there's anything he can do to salvage that situation, and I think that he's done.
I mean, I have an update.
It can get worse, but it probably can't get better, so it's probably not necessary.
Well, I mean, I can see Queeman in chat. I mean, Queeman's welcome to hop on if he so wishes. No pressure, obviously. But he's saying he hopes that Bowblax isn't scared out of doing the, as he's calling it, the lyrics pedophile stream.
He's not. I don't believe he is. Basically, the lyrics bully stream isn't going to actually even be a stream. It's going to be him playing a pre-recorded video on the stream, and he's going to be like,
that. Why would you tell them that early? That's such a good reveal for later.
Wait, what? Bowblax is
Why
not doing
would
a
you
live
fucking
stream.
tell
He's doing a
everyone that?
pre-recorded video. Is that true?
Yeah, he is. And he offered to give it to Smaggle early to run through. I think
Oh, no.
you didn't cash that one in, Smaggle. You just fucking ruined that.
I've had
Oh,
agreement. If you know,
Put that up on stream for a second.
if you want to join, you can. Dude, what is this, bro?
I wanted the person who made this to edit it so he's chewing on one of the chess pieces.
Dude, I feel like
He's
I
just
feel like
gnawing
this
on
is
it.
how this is this not how Tipster is born? All the things that have been said about he's not going to be the next Tipster, da da da. Is this not the start?
I was just hoping he'd get his life back together. I was very shocked to find out that I was being misled for 2 months. I probably shouldn't have been. But in my thing, that was like that was like the least of my knowledge. I don't know. There's a lot. It's a whole lot. Again, I really wish I could just explain this. I just can't.
Right. Okay. You know, obviously, I'm trying to, you know, not press you to reveal personal stuff, but you know, there's not much I can say except, well, I guess I'll have to take your word for it for now.
All right, Queeman, why do you want Josh to die? Go.
That's you, bro.
Cut him off.
Okay, that's
Cut him
all
off. It's
you.
over.
That's
I
all
won.
you.
I won the debate. It's
That is
over. It's
all
over.
you, Nick. Okay, look, me and Jay Stuck have been talking. Okay, we know. Look,
I must say, while Queeman is here, right? I off the back of your defense was trying to, you know, back Bowblax up a little bit, and it turns out you had crucial information that he was being snaky. So obviously I wouldn't have done that if I'd have known.
oh, wait, what crucial information did I have?
No, me.
Oh,
Not you, mate. No. You were
yeah.
being, you know, based on everything we know now, you were being more than reasonable in pushing him on this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But Nicholas was defending him, so I thought, okay, well, you know,
I defended him, but I didn't say that Queeman was wrong. When I was pushed on whether he was snaky, my answer was, yeah, it's probably pretty snaky. I did not defend him on that argument. You can go back and watch it. Because he looked for me. He said, Nick, what do you think? And I literally agreed with Queeman in the call with Queeman
you
there.
agreed with him, but Bowblax tried to present it as like, well, Nicholas doesn't have a problem with it, where clearly you did have a problem with it at the time, and you didn't really make.
And
that
I
clear,
said,
did you?
I literally said it was snaky. I said,
You said
I
it was
understand
snaky,
yeah.
but he used the fact that you didn't strongly condemn him to kind of prop himself up.
The thing is, once Josh started talking to Queeman, I basically completely disengaged from the conversation. I think I said like 4 things from that point on. So it's not like I was out here making huge.
Yeah, you were obviously. Yeah, you weren't defending him, but you weren't attacking it. You weren't defending him, but you weren't attacking him. You were giving room for them to have a conversation. Right. Okay.
And again, it's not something I can prove.
You would not address the point.
I didn't have like a recording of him saying it, so I couldn't really come forward and say it that he did this. Because if he just said no, then I look like a total idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I do kind of feel sorry for the guy because obviously he's crumbling under the pressure of all of this. But particularly with this leak call, I mean, this is completely indefensible behavior, you know? I mean, Queeman, what?
By the way, if Queeman feels like I was a huge piece of shit to him for doing that, I don't know what his position is on it. But yeah, then my bad, you know.
No, not at all.
Well, what is your take on all this, mate? What do you reckon? You're the winner.
I'm praying for the lyrics pedophile stream. I'm sad to hear that it's going to be a pre-recorded video. I wanted to see him go over all the tweets.
No, it's going to be the 15th explanation of the Bowbalx stream.
Really? Is that
no? I have no idea. But could you imagine? He's like, let me just before we get started.
Surprised.
I was watching Queeman yesterday. I literally was I was dying. I sent this to everyone I know. He's like, he calls it the Bowbalx stream, not the stream where my friend Nick made me cry, not the stream where I fucking DMCA'd somebody, not the stream where my career exploded. He calls it the Bowbalx stream because he remembers the Super Mario level where his fucking life ended or something like that.
It sounds something like that. Yep.
listen. I am obviously, you know, I tend to be more moderate on this stuff. Queeman, you've obviously got like more, you know, intense criticisms of some of the commentary community shit. Like, do you have any problems with how Nicholas has handled this in the past, or broadly how Bowblax has maybe been swept for?
I don't. I've literally avoided Bowblax content like the plague. Like, in that call, he says like, I think he quotes me to lyrics saying like, "Oh, he should have never been allowed in this community." I don't think I've ever said that, but I've said I don't know why anyone ever took Bowblax seriously or even let him have an opinion on stuff like,
The problem
abusive
is
relationship
that
allegations.
nobody really
grooming.
does take him seriously, and that's a
I-
huge insecurity point for him. Like he knows
But
that.
you guys probably, and maybe
Yeah.
a lot of the audience, but there's a huge amount of people also that are like, well, we love you, Bobby. We want to hear what you've got to say, Bobby. And it's just like the most insufferable coddling in the fucking world. And then if you want to talk about sweeping, well, I don't know a lot of the instances that happened over the years, but I know that Augie absolutely swept in that initial stream where the copyright thing came up. Because what did he say to Bowblax? He's like,
"That was kind of dumb."
Yeah, it's kind of dumb move. It was kind of a dumb move, don't you think? No, actually, I think it was dumb. Actually, I think it was a real piece of shit move, and the guy's a fucking hypocrite. Like, it's not
just
dumb.
so hard
no.
because you're not wrong. It's just I took so much shit for that interaction that is now retroactively being deemed okay. Like
Yeah, well,
back when that
coddling
occurred.
I'm talking about though, right? Because they're all like, "Don't hurt Bobby. Don't be mean to Bobby."
Well, it's a different audience. Those people aren't around anymore. Like all these new guys are like, yeah, fuck them or whatever.
That's
but
not
back
true.
then,
Leroy something
was
is in every fucking VOD donating $20 at a time. Okay, that is not true. I see Leroy something all over the place. So
Bro, your fucking A-login is getting out of hand, mate. What are you talking about
What?
donators now?
I just saw it last night. It was on my mind. Okay, it was on my mind. We were spamming gorillas in the chat. It was stuck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I like in his tweet he said something like, by the way, Nick was baiting that content or whatever. So like, where was it? He like conceded that it was his fault. Hold on. It's on his second account. He posted this and he's trying to say like, well, I was trying to set him up there. So I've set him up everywhere. Where is this? Oh, fuck. He's tweeted so many times. The stream where Nick confronted me was a month after this happened, where for an hour prior to the Boo Boss stream, Nick was teasing he could go nuclear on me, which was confusing because I thought it was a solved issue, so I egged him on. Oh. Okay, so what happened? Did I manipulate you into having this conversation, or did you egg me on for an hour until I conceded and we argued and then you cried? Like, how did it go? What happened?
So I mean, yeah, you feel like you were kind of he was even being manipulative back then in ways that only now is being looked at, but at the time you felt quite strongly that you were in the right, but couldn't really say.
I also
anything.
felt bad that I made a dude cry on stream, which I think is a totally natural response to not really expect
Not to
that hadn't
Queeman.
happened
Not to
before.
Queeman. Queeman would probably laugh.
This is something this was uncharted territory. This just hadn't happened yet. And after this, I'm going to be honest with you, and you can call it sweeping, you can call it whatever you want, you can call it cowardice. But I even told Augie this privately. If he was here, he'd be able to attest to me on it. There were situations where Josh would disagree with me on stream about meaningless shit, and I would just rather eat the bullet and continue the conversation by not going down that dialogue path, because it did feel like if you hold Josh to anything, and like it'll either be a huge agree to disagree. Like, go back and look at any of our debates. It ends with an agree to disagree because he just wears you down. It's like a non-consensual debate. He just wears you down. I feel bad for women now because I understand what they're talking about. He will just wear you down in the conversation until you get to a point of agree to disagree, and then everyone feels dumber. So, and if you hold him to an argument and you refuse to agree to disagree, he will scream and he will cry. So at this point, it's not really worth having that interaction.
It's so cool that he does that.
He did that with Chud. He did that with Chud. He sounded like he was going to ult 3 seconds into a conversation with Chud at super light shit. And it's just like, I don't want to fucking do this. It's not fun to stream with somebody if we start arguing about the definition of slavery and he just explodes.
He did do that, and it did make me kind of a bit concerned that he was going to fucking have a meltdown at any point. I mean, that was also because, you'd said to me that he was a bit fucking on edge or whatever.
Yeah, somebody in the chat just said it, but they didn't say it. He's a debate rapist.
Okay.
He's a debate rapist. It just you just feel used and abused after you finish conversating with him because you literally didn't even get to engage with it.
I think the thing is, people talk about sweeping and stuff like that. I think the better way I would characterize it is the way that you treat someone lends them credibility that other people come in. Like, this is what I've happened with the tipster. That definitely happened. And then I started to question it a bit, and then I saw more stuff. And I feel like it's kind of happened with Bowblax, where I'm kind of neutral towards him. I don't have, like, the same level of, detractor hate that Queeman does. But, finding out about that DMCA thing for the first time was quite shocking. And it was like, this guy survived that. That's like a career ender, potentially. And I feel like he managed to, get round it, not only through this alt shit, but also because
he
people like
thoroughly
Augie and you
convinced people
helped
that he
him.
was deleting archives, and he didn't look at it. He was reading the stupid copyright thing that gave 100% as a number, and he didn't even watch the videos he was striking because he was an oaf and he was really high. So I think that, what was it? He struck like 6 videos. 5 of them were straight rip re-uploads, which I had my own personal issue with. That's why we had the debate. But I guess everyone kind of just accepted that he was just blind striking videos and not actually watching them and assuming they're all re-uploads. That's why it wasn't a game ender for him. That was a concession that, again, you can argue with, but that's what we came to at the end, is that he didn't. And I think it was something like he'd sent the strike back within 15 minutes of being like told that it was a real strike, like it was on a real video.
Right, and what was Augie's kind of follow up on that whole affair? I didn't really see that bit.
Augie nuked the stream because he cried, and we were all just kind of like, "Oh,
And
we ate
sweeping! That is the
We ate some
definition
shit.
of
was
sweeping.
Augie was totally sweeping.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Again,
bro.
my biggest frustration point that nobody even discusses about this whole situation is that Josh's response that he keeps pointing people to, I knew Josh put it out. I intentionally didn't watch it. The reason I didn't is because it was on Twitch. Josh doesn't stream on Twitch, like, ever. Twitch was dead. It had like 10 views. It was at like the 3.5 hour mark of a 8-hour live stream, and he was sending people links saying it's in here, go watch it. So it basically wasn't a response. I didn't treat it as a response. I think Comic Cop clipped like a short little bit out. I'm pretty sure it's lost media. I don't even know where I could find Josh's initial response to this, and that was partly my argument. That was my point, because it basically wasn't a response. It didn't happen anywhere where any of this stuff occurred.
Didn't Pokimane end up doing a main channel video to address it when she had her whole drama? Isn't that what's in the comment? Yeah, that's just fucking hilarious that he spent years going after this bitch. Probably calling like an e-whore, avoiding accountability and all this shit. And then he can't even do the basic thing that she ended up doing with a bit of fighting, I'll admit.
The only bit is that in her video, she was still kind of doubling down, where it wasn't even. She made that video, but partially it was a defense.
I mean, yeah.
She says like she's legally in the right to do this. She doesn't think she has to do it. She kind of implies that she's got like a gun to her head saying release the strike.
That can be the case, but I almost value just having a main channel video over necessarily what you say. Because like, someone can make a really bad apology on their main channel, and now their whole audience knows about what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree with your main consensus. I just wanted to point out that it's not like a 1-to-1.
Sure, yeah, she was still fighting. Yeah, sure, I agree with that. Yeah.
So
because the one thing I give Josh is he conceded.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that because it was bad, or is it because it was self-preservation? Did like the self-preservation instincts kick in? It seems like more likely recently that's the case. So who knows?
So Queenman, you're the main Bowblax detractor. Okay, like what do you think he should have done in regards to this DMCA that would have satisfied you?
I feel like I'm the main detractor for like so many people at this point. I keep getting referred to. Oh, Queenman, you're like this guy's main hate. You're like this guy's biggest hater, right? You hate this guy more than anyone else. I don't think I hate Bowblax so much. I think he's kind of a pathetic retard. But yeah, what should have Bowblax done? I mean, he should have. The fact that it took Nick pressing him for him to change from it was an accident to a moment of judgment to a lapse in judgment like 4 years ago. That's crazy. And to even engage with it now, like if you've got some drama like that and you've lived through it, if people keep bringing it up, just leave it, right? Why would you re-engage it and start fighting the 4-year-old copyright drama again? That makes no sense, because it's like you're just increase every time you fight a potentially career-ending battle like that again. Every time you run it back, I mean, it's just another chance to end your career. That's all. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish he'd just get offline. I told him this last night. I did write some really fucking mean shit to Josh last night.
What? Why?
Nice.
I was really pissed off because he went in, so we have a group chat or whatever where he just started defending himself in it, and I literally wanted to blow my brains out. So I didn't even read any of it. I jumped in and I wrote this, and I think it's funny, so I'm gonna send it to your chat. I ended up just leaving the group chat afterwards, but I feel like your chat will like this.
It was a really funny message.
This is the only, and I swear to God, this is the only mean message you'll find out of any of my interactions with Josh, and I'll give it to you before I give you the
That
nice
is
ones.
that is what he's like. That is what he's like. Actually, that is very true.
There you go. This is the one thing I said to Josh that was mean. This is the only mean message you'll find.
A hedgehog, I'd say. Actually,
I actually
Did you read this last night?
Yeah, I woke up this morning as I'm in the same group chat and I saw all of this and I saw. Well, can I say this openly? I saw you'd left, so I'm guessing you left of your own accord.
Yeah, I dipped. I was just at that point.
Okay.
Like I said, when he posted that last night, it was it. That was it.
I mean, yeah, obviously for me, I wake up to stuff that's happened on American time. Queeman is a neat bed blob, so he's obviously streaming through all of it. And I wake up and like, what the fuck has happened? And there's DM leaks, there's this going on. So I've kind of pieced it all together. So Bowblax is out the clubhouse then? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, probably.
I know this is hard for you, mate, okay? But Jesus.
It's just frustrating. But whatever. I don't know. I'm looking forward to next year's escapades.
Dude, there's people making fan art of you now. I'm showing it on my stream now.
Who the fuck is on the right?
That's Josh, obviously, and you're on the left.
Oh, God. Jesus.
I got
like
one
how
of
my
me
head
earlier.
gets small. Like my face is so small. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
you got a tiny little face. It's great. Anyway, guys,
is that going to be in your? Is DK putting that as the thumbnail?
To be honest with you, I don't know. DK has taken a couple of different angles with this. He's got complete autonomy, and he called Queeman a retarded detractor or something. But then he said
Feral
that Bowblax,
detractor,
yeah, feral detractor, yeah. And then, but then in the next one, he said that Bowblax had like the worst meltdown ever. So, we're trying to keep it balanced, I guess. But
Is
maybe
DK like schizophrenic? Like, is he having
I
like
put schizophrenic right in a thumbnail recently. Nothing green, good. Like at all caps.
You can get away with a lot. It's actually
my thumbnail today has literally the text CP in it, and it's green.
Awesome. That's a dog.
I don't want to self promo, but I gotta send you this thumbnail. This is fun. This is one of the funniest. It looks terrible. I know it looks terrible. I understand it looks terrible, but this is like probably the best piece of cooked art that I've ever created. Here, what do you think?
Okay, dude.
That's so.
Anyway, guys, listen. Thanks for coming on. Okay, I appreciate you all. It's been fun. For now, I guess that's the end until this stream later that Bowblax does, right?
Can he actually go live? He needs to actually do some live content tonight.
He's not going to go live. He's going to do a pre-recorded stream.
No, he's gonna go live with the pre-recorded stream, and he's.
Is he gonna review his recorded stream? Oh God, it's like Sky Williams when he did it the first time. Oh no, dude! I was looking for the picture of when someone stole his router. That was like, dude. If someone lived in Canada and can get Josh's router, all right. We might be like 3 months too late here, okay? But. Oh God! By the way, like when I found out he had a meltdown with me, I just found out last night that he had like somebody telling him to stop whilst he was doing this the entire time. He just kept going, like he was in a call. It's crazy. This whole thing's crazy, bro. Why is he like this?
I don't know if you saw in the video, but Bowblax actually pulls up his Twitter DMs halfway through the recording, and you can see Jengles Moota's white wife in his DMs saying, "Oh, it's all right, Josh. It's going to be okay." It's going to just after the Chud stream. He also got a message saying, "Get off that Chud stream now, please," from someone else. So I
missed that. So he accidentally showed DMs as well.
Dude, I think I was like justifiably pissed that like he kind of made it as if I like told him to get on or whatever. Like I was like I coerced him in is the kind of way he just like he acted in that call. And I feel like I did everything but beg him not to go on. Like I notified him like it's happening. I asked him if he wanted to do it, and I don't know. Oh God. Oh fuck! Who's on this list? Wait, this is actually super important.
It's quick below, but we've got Captain C. I mean, some of these I don't know. Dojangles, Leah Spalenti. I don't know. How'd you say her surname? Speedy Birds. Ricky Berwick. Wait, what? He's a communication.
See why they get along.
Oh, wait. You guys don't know about this? After the Shadman stuff, Ricky Berwick did like some kind of like retard news. That's his.
Oh, that was during his break that he never took. Remember? Yeah.
And Josh had a segment on it talking
Oh.
about something. I don't remember what, but yeah.
Just
No,
some
I
random
fully
people.
endorse Toastify. I fully endorse these. I fully endorse Queeman's aggressive, unhinged attitude. I'm often also misconstrued as totally malicious who hates everybody because I'm mean to people online. So I acknowledge that Queeman probably deals with much the same because he doesn't pepper like every single thing with like a bunch of super smiley, happy, fun words, and he says
I
things
mean, I play
meanly.
into it too. I wouldn't say it's misrepresented, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Full endorsement.
Okay, well, listen, guys. Appreciate you all coming on. Anyone want to share anything before we go?
I mean, I was stream sniping Bowblax tonight. Mayo Monkey.
Okay.
It will be a Josh support stream, Sonic Josh support stream. Okay, we love Bowblax. We love Josh. Okay, no bullying, no hate. We love him. We're here to support him. We want to see him kill Larix.
Okay.
I want to shout out my buddy Bowblax.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. Go and have fun. Catch you later, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. Bro, it's fucking insane, dude. I can't believe what's going on. It's so crazy. Oh, we missed the last minute of this as well. Win all of that. Are you happy? Guys, I've said from the start, right? I've always had a kind of neutral perspective towards Bowblax.